Okay. Hi everyone. Good afternoon to all. Thank you all for being here. Today, April 13th, Thursday. I am very happy to clear on.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear, Fausia, ma'am. Now got stuck.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, little friends take over, no problem.
Okay, ma'am.
Continue from her portion, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I welcome all of you and our guest, Dr. Vaishnavi. Yes, ma'am. So I welcome Toby, ma'am, for welcome speech.
Thank you, Selena, ma'am. A very good afternoon to everyone. Unity is strength. When there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. I am very happy to see you all together here. Thank you all for joining us here today at this guest class. On behalf of NCDC 88th batch, I extend a warm and heartfelt greeting to each and every one of you. First, I would like to extend my warm welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Vaishnavi S., BHMS, homeopathic practitioner, for accepting our invitation and joining us on our guest class. Thank you, ma'am, for gracing us with your presence despite your busy schedule. Then I would like to welcome our dearest faculty, Miss Anandi Vinod. Your presence adds joy and pleasure to our each and every classes. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Also, I would like to welcome my old classmates to this live guest class. Your participation means a great deal, and we hope today will be inspiring, engaging, and memorable for all. Let us make the most of this opportunity to learn, share, and grow together. Thank you, and once again, welcome you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toby, ma'am. Welcome speech. Then I invite Selena, ma'am, to presidential speech.
Thank you, Fausia, ma'am. So good afternoon, everyone. Today we are truly honored to have with us our Dr. Vaishnavi S. With the qualification BHMS, Bachelor of Homeopathic Medicine and Surgery qualification, a dedicated homeopathic practitioner with a strong clinical experience and a deep passion for counseling through homeopathy. Her commitment to holistic healing and patient care is truly inspiring us. So, on behalf of all students, I extend a warm and respectful welcome to you, our faculty, Anandi ma'am and Dr. Vaishnavi ma'am. I welcome you. So, we are confident that your session will be help us gain valuable insights into the homeopathic practice and its role in modern healthcare. Once again, I welcome ma'am, and I look forward to an informative and engaging session. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
Yes, ma'am. I forward to Anandi, ma'am. Are you there, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, yes. So, thank you, Selena, ma'am, and Toby, ma'am, and Fausia, ma'am. So, for your sweet invitation, let me hand over the session to our chief guest. So, I know she's a wise person, passionate on her career, and I have known to her very simply, and she was so simple and delicate girl, I feel when I was talking with her. So, happy Vaishnavi, ma'am, that you are here. So I'm handing over to you. You can take over the session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So thank you all everyone for giving such a very warm welcome. Thank you all once again. Happy day to everyone. So I think I'm audible and visible. You can ask whatever doubts you have. You can just ask me on and off. So when Anandi ma'am asked me about this, I didn't even have any second thought like what. I said okay, because the thing is that see, I think let's make this section very interactive and more communicative rather than keeping it in a something funnily of informations and all. So because this is a profession where two noble professions meet, right? So be it a teaching profession and also in a medical stream, both are noble, and especially when it comes to teachers in Montessori. So Montessori teachers, they play a very, very vital role because you are the ones who sow a seed and make them to grow in a very big way with the stronger roots and healthy branches and leaves. So I think you have a great part in that. And that too in this modern era with lots and lots of distractions, everything, this and that. Your preparation for the kids, your every whatever you do for the kids plays a very, very vital role. So your from your side as a Montessori teachers, your hands-on learning method, the way you handle the kids, the way you want to make them independent in selecting whatever they want in the classroom, the play come study method, everything uh, makes a very important role in their cognitive development, which is very essential at this stage. Because the cognitive development for every children, for everyone starts from the birth. Since the birth, it has two main stages. So sensory motor stage, which is from birth to 7 years of age, to 2 years of age, and then the pre-operational stage, which is from 2 to 7 years of age. So from birth to 7 to 8 years of age is like something very, very, very crucial, very active, very important stage where you people handle it. So I think this is the time where the kids, they observe like the cotton, no, the cotton how it absorbs the water. So whatever you say, they absorb it. So directly coming from the home, they meet you, the place where everything will be totally different from the home. So the child, they look at a teacher in a very multiple role. Like they see you as a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, a friend, anything like. So in all roles, so as to make themselves, uh, you keep them in such a comfortable way. That is the main thing where the Montessori teachers, actually they rock. To be very frank, that is very, very good also. So this is similar. This ideology is similar in homeopathy also, where when where a patient comes, especially when a pediatric cases and all, it is actually the challenging case. How a teacher has many challenges with Montessori. I mean, in preschool ages and all, doctors, every system of medicine, when it comes to pediatric cases, it has lots of challenges. So a doctor also, we also turn into a kid. So because so as to get what is happening inside themselves, especially when coming to homeopathy, like in teaching where you have teaching as an art, in homeopathy there is a case taking method. So that we consider as an art. So I think homeopathy is everyone would have known about homeopathy now because in this fast moving, every social media, everything would have known about homeopathy and other Indian system of medicine. So homeopathy is a German medicine. It was originated in 18th century by an allopathy physician only. So he was the one who started this method of treatment, and this is mainly a natural based medicine from the plants, animals, minerals. We do get the medicines and we prescribe in a very holistic form for the better curative method. So we in homeopathy we treat a patient as a whole. So we don't give medicine for to fight only for the microorganisms. See, there are medicines like that also, only to fight the complaint, only to reduce the complaint, only to stop the complaint. So that we never do in homeopathy. In homeopathy, we do concentrate in patient as a whole. So from top to bottom. So how in school a teacher concentrate in a child-centered way, right? So in homeopathy, we do concentrate a patient-centered way. So by means of physical complaints, so chief complaints, what are their chief complaints, and mental, emotional status. So their family history, their any previous medical history, so any other particular illness history and all, we deal upon as a whole everything so as to derive upon the remedies, because in homeopathy we don't have a single medicine for a single condition. So, for example, if 10 patients come with a complaint of cold or respiratory illness, we never give single medicine to all 10 of them. There is nothing like that. In homeopathy, we do have the case taking where we study the patient as a whole so as to derive medicine for individual symptom, because everyone are unique, right? So their complaints, there is no necessary that a cold means yes, they'll be having the running nose, they'll be having the sneezing, they'll be having the eye irritation. It is common, but more than that, there is something which is very unique in everyone. So homeopathy approach is in that individualistic way, unique way, where the root cause is treated. So once when we get to know about the patient with all the histories, with all the case taking methods, we derive upon with the curative remedy. So this remedy uh, helps to fight not only the with the microorganism with the patient so as to make them self heal. So self heal is a main plan behind in this homeopathy. So here we give medicine to improve the immunity level, so also to improve the health condition. So this will help them make themselves stronger in all ways, so that that condition will never get still more into complicated state, or also for the long term medications. So homeopathy is completely based upon the overall holistic method of treatment. And also in government of India also have started many schemes. We have learned, we have seen in news and everything and all. There is also, I think you would have definitely known about this Rashtriya Bal Swasthya Karyakram. This is mainly for children, especially for preschool age kids. This was started in 2014 by the government of India. So this scheme is mainly for children, especially to detect early diagnosis in if for any like birth defects, any nutritional deficiency like anemia. We know about the vitamin D deficiency, rickets and all. We know about it, and also for disabilities like learning disabilities, and also for any frequent or recurrent symptoms and all. So for this condition, government has made a team like, so that team will be visiting every preschool student, especially in Anganwadis and all. I think twice in a year, so that to mainly to know about how the childrens are, because they are the future citizens, right? So government has taken good measures upon that, and in this team they also have homeopathy doctors. Also they also have other system of like any naturopathy, ayurveda doctors are also there in this team. The reason why they have selected homeopathy doctors also into this is that to bring the broad usage, broad efficiency to, so that the people can know about the efficiency of homeopathy medicines, which is well acting for children. Homeopathy acts and in a very well way. It really gives magical response to children. The only one thing is it'll be a big challenge in taking the case. But once the case is taken completely and we derive the medicine, it acts like a miracle to the children. So that is the reason government has also launched this scheme. And
Ma'am, will you
in
repeat the
every
scheme
Angan,
name? Excuse me. Repeat the scheme
yeah,
name.
the scheme name is Rashtriya Bal Swasthya Karyakram.
Rashtriya Pa-
Bal
PA or BA?
Bal B Bal
Okay.
BAL.
Ah,
Swasthya
Swasthya
Karyakram.
Karyakram. Kha.
Karya. See, Karya.
Okay. Is that correct what I have sent in the chat? Rashtriya Swasthya
Karyakram.
Karyakram.
Oh, single A only, single A.
Okay, fine.
Kry.
Great, ma'am. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
this comes under the Ministry of Ayush, right? So that it comes under that. So actually, this is very effective, and many Anganwadi schools, even primary health centers, sub centers are getting to know more about homeopathy. and also the we say that ANM and all, right, and ASHA social activities and all, and also the Anganwadi workers, they are trained with this homeopathic kit medicines also. So in case of any need for respiratory illness, because there are a few conditions with which is very common among schooling age students, like teething complaints, respiratory complaints, gastric diarrhea complaints, and all skin complaints and all, where where the homeopathy scope is very good in these conditions. So homeopathy as a whole even has now become a first line of choice among the parents also. The main reason because it is easy. Children can take it in a very easy way. There is no need to push pull, no fight mechanism will be there that you have to take and it'll be bitter, nothing and all, right. Easy way of taking medicines only, and this medicine will be treating a patient from the from the inner side, so that their immunity level will be boosting up slowly, and this will make the child grow in a better way also. So like can anyone does anyone have come in contact with homeopathy in this? Any teachers? Homeopathic treatment, anyone?
Yes, I think.
Any of the teachers? Any of the teachers
Yes, you can share
have
your
been in touch with
experience. Yeah. Anybody undergone with
homeopathy? Anyone has homeopathy?
Yes, I,
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Our
I had taken more.
yeah.
I give more homeopathy, more children for
Oh,
children.
that's so. Oh,
Or
yeah. That's so nice. So I think it'll be easy for you to handle during your profession time also, right? Okay. Uh, Also that cognitive part, right? Now we say autism, attention deficit syndrome, which is very common nowadays, right? We hear a lot in that nowadays. So in these conditions also, which we call as neurodevelopmental disorders, for these conditions also, homeopathy plays a very important role. Especially in many schools, they also do some, workshops and all to just for an awareness purpose, so that they'll get to know about that there is a system to give a curative result for everyone. Because this neurodevelopmental condition, it doesn't only need medicines. A pill alone can never cure it. More than that, there is something other which is very much required for a child. So can anyone tell what is that necessary for a child, more than a pill, more than a medicine? What is required for a child who is in need of some mind satisfaction or emotional satisfaction?
A healthy environment,
Ma'am?
a healthy environment.
Yeah, absolutely. Very nice. Healthy environment. Also, with another, another one is also there. Of course, healthy environment is very must. Next, another. It is mainly in your profession. You hold it very strongly in your arms, in your hands.
Emotional connection.
Yeah. That is what the connection. The connection is very important. See, under the sky, every soul carries its own energy, and that is what we call as aura. Every human beings, of course, other, even the animals, the plants, they also have its own energy, and that aura, which is very essential for the human beings to balance their physical, mental, emotional well-being. So when it comes to pediatric case, when it comes to a child, it is very important to be in connection, connection with them. That is very important. It is very common also. The first expectation of the child will be that whoever is in front of them, they should be in connection with them. That is very necessary. We just cannot be like, no, see somewhere and then talk with them or ask them to do whatever we want. We have to be in that eye to eye contact. We have to blend with them so as to make them connect with us properly, and that will give a trust between the child and the teacher, as well as between the child and also the doctor, which is very, very important. Because connecting in that way of connecting will give us a lot of things to know about. In my clinical practice also, what I learned is, so whenever a pediatric case comes, um, of course they do say the symptoms and all, like through words they say that I have pain, I have cold, I have stomach pain, I have diarrhea, everything they'll tell. That is fine, okay. But there are few things that cannot be expressed through words, right? With even the parents cannot express them and all. So a child can only tell what they know, but whatever happening internally, that we can observe only through that, behaviors, their attitude, how they respond to a situation, how they are in an environment. And this also is very much connected with the teachers also. The teachers also have a main role. The Montessori teachers especially, they maintain this thing, this all that emotional balance very well in that age. Because in this age, the brain development, 90 percentage of the brain development will be very good and faster at this age, like till the 6 to 7 years of age, it will be in a very faster way. So whatever we give, they'll absorb it very, 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 very fastly. But only thing is that we should never push. That push, they will never accept it at any cost. Even in medicine also, when when a pediatric case comes, when we give medicines, one single dose of medicine will work well with the patient. But when we give more than two or three, it doesn't work at all. Similar is that too in your side case also, right? So that connect is very, very important. So homeopathy as a whole, we connect as a patient from all the angles, like whatever, it can be a physical way, it can be an emotional way, it can be a mind way. Also in case of mother's pregnancy history, which is also very important, because that also plays a very important role in a child emotional character. Because not everything we can just blame about the kid, right? Or we can just say, okay, this is because of this and all. So everything has its own history. So for whatever it is, we have to treat from the root level. So that when you treat from the root level, when the correction is made from the root level, obviously the result will be in a very bigger way. So that is what in homeopathy we do. And not only for autism, attention deficit syndrome also, there are few other conditions also in homeopathy, especially in the school going age children, like respiratory complaints. Also they have sinusitis, and sneezing, even the teething complaints, and diarrhea complaints, teething associated with the diarrhea complaints. For these conditions, homeopathy acts very well. So the main thing is that they don't have any side effects. In homeopathy, there is no side effects. So as it is completely from a natural base of medicines, the side effects, we never need not think about the side effects. The only thing we have to concentrate is that the trust, as what we said, the connect between the medicine and the individual, the connect between the doctor and the patient will give a very good result in this. So if you have any doubts, you can just ask me about anything you want to just clarify regarding cognitive development or homeopathy. You can just ask me, because when I keep on saying that, it'll be like one one side way. So if you want to ask me anything, whatever regarding any conditions, or generally about homeopathy, or this cognitive development, or any particular condition which you wanted to know about it in a medical way.
Yes, ma'am. Doctor, can you tell me that? Is there any expiry date for the homeopathic um, that's more medicine that you give? And also one more thing, that is there, it is given like three balls only we have to eat, like 3 times 3. But we used to take more than 3 because we love to eat now. So is there any problem
Yeah.
in that?
Yeah. Actually, first expiry date, there is nothing like expiry date. We never, in that medicine also, we never mention expiry date. But one thing we have to note is that the color of the globules, it should be in pure white. When it is turning yellow, it is not good to consume it. And also, it should be in a pill form only. Sometimes liquid will be present, not fresh ones. When that smell will be totally different. So when it is turning into yellow color and when it is little bit dissolving in nature, that time you need not take it. Otherwise, you can have it. One thing mainly you have to avoid from direct sunlight, avoid from strong odors like strong perfumes, agarbattis. So that strong smelling and all, right? That will that you have to keep it aside from the homeopathy medicines. And also before consuming homeopathy medicines, you should not take raw onions, raw garlic, because they are also naturally. So we know like same pulls repel now. So we should never take it. And next is that you said homeopathy medicines you will take more than uh, some pills and all you said, right? Even my daughter also does the same. My daughter, she's taking homeopathy only. So that is what I said. Every child, they will be more interested than getting treatment. They'll be more interested than having the pills, sweet pills. But there is a limit to take the medicine, like no 5 to 6 small pills you can take it. That too only once in a day. Unless until the doctor prescribe you to take 2 times a day, you should never take it. The mostly doctors will prescribe for 2 times, maximum 2 times in a day. That's it. That pills, white pills, maximum 2 times in a day. Empty stomach, they'll be advising you to take it. That is fine, but not more than that. And that too 5 or 6 pills. That's it. So that will be more effective.
Okay, Doctor. Thank you so much.
So any other doubt regarding anything you wanted to ask, like developmental disorders or any doubts you want to ask me, you can just ask. So I think teachers will be having an one strong issue of learning disorders like memory, concentration, focusing on them. Even there is a conditions like writing disabilities, reading disabilities. So in that conditions also homeopathy plays a very good role because that is also in initial part of the schooling. These are certain things which a teacher faces upon, right? So in these conditions also, even in speech also, sometimes the kid may have that difficulty, right? So of course you would have known about other therapies also, like speech therapies, occupational therapies. There are many other therapies also. So along with that, homeopathy also, it can be given in a parallel way where we can get a very good results also. So any other thing you wanted to ask?
Okay, ma'am,
Just
can
make
I
it
ask? Yeah.
will be voice, it will be one-sided.
Can I ask Jayalakshmi, ma'am?
Vaishnavi, ma'am.
Sorry, Vaishnavi, ma'am. I was connected with Jayalakshmi, ma'am, to you, so she's the one who I always remember in my mind. Yeah. Okay. So this homeopathy medicine, whether work out in all type of diseases.
Yeah, ma'am. It homeopathy works in all types of diseases, except in case of some surgical cases. That too, there are some stages in surgical cases, like stage 1, 2, 3, and all we have, right?
Okay.
So in that stages, when there is, we do prefer them for refer them for other like allopathy system of medicine also. But it
Okay.
is applicable and it has good scope and sphere in all disease condition.
Okay.
What about for diabetics and cholesterol and all? Is it effective, ma'am?
Yeah, diabetes, cholesterol, hypertension, it is very even in some neurological conditions also, it is very effective. many will have another doubt also whether they can take along with allopathy, a modern system of medicine. Yes, they can also take with that. Living half an hour to 1 hour of gap, they can also take it. This when you come to the diabetes and all, taking homeopathy medicines, it will help to improve the hormonal functions. So because that is the root cause for diabetes, right? The insulin level they get impaired, and the homeopathy medicines, when you take a complete case history, homeopathy case taking is also like a mathematical derivation only, where a physician have to sit for 1 hour, 45 minutes and all. We will be sitting with the patient just to take the complete history of, for example, if a diabetic patient come, diabetic is not like a short term process, like it would have been from a very long time. So not only we just see diabetic means okay, just the report alone is not necessary to give them prescribe the medicine. More than that, their emotion, their physically how they have